Today I'm earning the Platinum Trophy in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I'll be playing as Cal Kestis, who advanced from a Padawan to a Jedi Knight in the last game, and now I'll be trying to go from Knight to Master while fighting off bounty hunters, creatures, Sith, and even so-called friends along the way. By the end of my journey, I'll not only have saved the galaxy, but also earned every trophy/achievement in the game. This Platinum has a captivating story and an amazingly built world, so jump into hyperspace and join me in a galaxy far, far away. I'll start by going over the main story of the game, so if you don't want any spoilers, skip to the timestamp shown down below. We start off on the planet of Coruscant, where Cal is undercover pretending to be captured, but was really after a senator's military info. The whole crew that's with us, except Bode, is killed, and we defeat a Sith Inquisitor in one-on-one combat. We're later able to escape the planet, but our ship is badly damaged. We can't go very far and need repairs, so we crash land on the planet Kova, where we meet up with our old friend Greaves. Greaves is an old friend from the first game who can help us fix our ship. He now runs a cantina on the planet Kobo, and immediately upon reaching the cantina we run into a troublemaker named Ravis, but instead of fighting we decide to each go our separate ways. After resting, Greaves sends us on a mission into the tunnels to get parts for our ship, but we fall through the tunnel floors into a cave where there's an ancient Jedi temple. In that temple, there's an old droid from the High Republic called Z. Z tells us of an ancient Jedi and a secret planet called Tanalorr hidden in a nebula. Z also gives us a key to a base that has info to help us get to Tanalorr. We go to the base and find Dagan there in a Bacta tank, the apprentice of the ancient Jedi Z told us about. After we release him, he turns to the dark side and bleeds his kyber crystal before escaping with his old ally, Ravis. We then go to Jedha to ask our mentor from the first game, Sari, on how to handle this, and find out Merrin is there too. Sari and Merrin had been working with the Hidden Path to rebuild a Jedi archive. Using the archive's info, we decide to head to one of Kovo's moons, where we retrieve a High Republic device that may help us reach Tanalorr. We're able to figure out back at the archive on Jedha that this item is a compass that was created by Dagan's master to find Tanalorr. We go back to Kobo, where we learn Ravis has taken the High Republic droid Z. We go to save her, but are unsuccessful, and Ravis takes our key Z gave us. We find Dagan trying to keep Z from us, but with Bode's help, we force him to flee and free her. We then hunt down Ravis and defeat him, where in the process we learn of another Tanalorr compass location. We then confront Dagan again, this time defeating him after a tense fight. We're now able to take the compass back to Jedha and have it fixed, and plan to move Sari's group and the archive to the hidden planet of Tanalorr. But before we can do that, Bode turns on our group, revealing our location to the Empire. The head Jedi running the temple gets killed by Bode, and Cal gets incapacitated before Bode escapes. Sari goes to save what she can of the archive, but is confronted by Vader in the archive and defeated. Cal embraces the dark side a bit after learning of his mentor's demise, allowing us, Grease, Z, and Merrin to escape. We realize Bode's tracker from our Coruscant mission is still on, and track him down to an Imperial base. We infiltrate the base, and learn Bode was a Jedi, but was discovered by Inquisitors and forced to be a double agent for the Empire. He makes a swift exit with the Tanalorr compass, where he wants to safely raise his daughter. We then have to fight our way out of the base, and are also able to reach Tanalorr due to Cal's force senses. We find Bode at a Jedi temple on the planet and defeat him there, ending the story with Cal, Merrin, Grease, Z, and Bode's daughter being together on the hidden planet of Tanalorr. While running through the campaign, I got some miscellaneous trophies. The first trophy I got was Mirror Matched, where I used a Force ability to confuse this enemy to defeat an enemy of the same type. Then I stayed out of their way and let it happen for a trophy. I was on Kobo now, roaming around, when I saw a trophy opportunity. The Catch Trophy requires you to destroy 3 enemies with a single roller mine, and after spotting a good opportunity and making a nice throw, the trophy popped. And and I was on a roll. Next I did some cleanup after meeting the owner of the Kobo Cantina, and in the process earned the cleaning up trophy, because who needs a plumber when you have the Force? I then went back out to explore more of Kobo, where I petted a bogling for the Can You Pet a Bogling trophy, and yes you can. I was on Jedha now, and I'm not sure this is the Jedi way, but I earned a trophy here for striking down 20 unaware enemies. I went back to Kobo doing more exploring and came across my first bounty target, which I eliminated for a trophy. Crystals, data discs, and bounty pucks scattered across multiple planets could be traded in for upgrades and cosmetics. I traded my 25th of these in for some upgrades and the Greasy Money trophy. Some members of my crew would engage in combat with me, and after directing them on who to attack in combat for the 10th time, I've earned the You've Got a Friend trophy. I came across an enemy I've never seen before while scoping out a big fight from a distance, and after scanning them with my droid BD-1, I earned a trophy. I did some parkour, and after a cutscene, popped the Skywalker trophy, a cleverly named trophy for not touching the ground for a minute. I then force pushed an enemy into their demise through a giant cannon's beam for the This Is Canon trophy. I'd increased my strength from the Force now and had the ability to force slam multiple enemies at once. And after getting 5 weak enemies close together and using the ability, it was a slam dunk. I'd finally defeated my 50th enemy affected by my Force Slow ability for the Han Slow Move trophy. By this point, I'd finished the main story, which netted me 13 trophies and also earned me 13 miscellaneous trophies. There were still 27 trophies and a platinum left for me to earn though, which would require me to change my looks, fight in specific ways, complete miscellaneous feats, gather collectibles, and fight legendary enemies. I started out by going after some quick and easy customization trophies. First, I customized BD-1, my blaster, and lightsaber. Then I equipped a full new set of cosmetics on myself. After that, I put on a headband and did some training. You can ride some creatures in this game, which was a feature I hadn't really used, but after riding one for 500 meters, I got a trophy. I then engaged some enemies with new skills. I eliminated my 20th enemy lifted by the Force, executed 10 perfectly timed precision releases, and defeated 10 enemies with a point-blank ability. I kept cleaning up easy trophies, putting on a poncho earned me one, and now I could pull this ship out of the mud since I was stronger with the Force to earn another. I parried a Force-resistant enemy and explored a complicated dangerous cave system for 2 more trophies. The game has multiple different skill trees you can spec into, and after maxing my dual-wield skill tree, I'd maxed my 3rd skill tree, earning me a trophy. There was a cool minigame called Holo Tactics at the Cantina, which awarded me a trophy after beating every opponent. I somehow had a mount die on me, but had no complaints because I got a trophy. I found the last displaced NPC on Kobo, and sent them back to the Cantina for the max capacity trophy. I then did more exploring on the planet to find the last Jedi Temple, and completed it. By this point, I had enough seeds from multiple different plants across planets to plant them all in the Cantina's rooftop garden, and let them grow for the Growth Spurt trophy. After avoiding my 50th attack with Focus Sight, I became one of the Force. I then had enough Priorite Shard collectibles to purchase all of Donna's wares and a trophy. I completed my last Force Tear, which was a movement or combat challenge, for the Blood, Sweat, and Tears trophy. Shortly after that, I found my last fish collectible for the Scuba Diving trophy. Then I seeked out a Magna Guard, who was the last legendary enemy I had to fight to become a living legend. Then I did a dropkick with a mullet for a trophy. And finally, I finished all bounties to attract Boba's attention. After defeating and scanning the Strange Viper droid, I'd scanned every type of enemy in the game, earning me a trophy. I then had unlocked all perk slots and equipped 1 perk in each slot for another trophy. And finally, lastly, I reached the highest point on Kobo to take in the scenery of the beautiful planet, and that beautiful platinum trophy came through. I'm now going to give a quick rating and review on Star Wars Jedi Survivor as a game and its platinum trophy. The game, I'd give a 7 out of 10. It's got a good group of characters and a solid story that takes us from one beautiful world to another. The gameplay was also very solid, with the maps being improved from the first game and there being a variety of enemies, fighting styles, and abilities that kept combat fresh. The plat, I'd give a 5 out of 10. There were a lot of trophies to get with a good variety between story, combat, miscellaneous, and collectible trophies. However, there were too many collectibles required for the plat, in my opinion, to rate it any higher. And while the map was improved, it still wasn't as easy to find collectibles on as it would be on a standard map. We have now survived Jedi Survivor and are 3 out of 10 in my 1 through 10 difficulty challenge. Next week, I'll be uploading my 4 out of 10 difficulty game, Deathloop. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like to support my small channel, and subscribe to not miss the rest of my 1 through 10 difficulty challenge, and more of my content. And as always, thanks for watching.